man, that venison was so good. I need to give me some this year. Oh, that's right, I gotta load the one in the chamber. Oh man, not again. Now how am I gonna be healthy? Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. But to begin, we are going to be talking about how beneficial venison is in your diet. Now, I'm not talking about that bullshit that you can buy from the grocery store that's like 5% venison, 50% venison. No, I'm talking about the actual homegrown, corn-fed, acorn-eating venison that you shoot in the woods every year or every couple of years if you're a terrible shot, like majority of people. This is the venison that I'm talking about currently. Now, with all this being said, I should first note that I am not a doctor or nutritionist. This is just stuff that I've seen over the course of my years as a personal trainer as well as a strength and conditioning coach. I am going to be going through some actual research that I found on venison. Now, here is the interesting thing, is that if you look anywhere, it could be MyFitnessPal, even the internet, there is slim pickings when it actually comes to research on how beneficial venison is for you. And even at that, the nutrition facts are kind of skewed, and you may go to one nutrition fact on MyFitnessPal, and it could be completely different from what you can actually find on a different source. It should also be stated that this is wild game meat. This is strictly coming from the woods in some sort of fashion that you hunt. So for all you guys who do not know, what is venison? I'm pretty sure a majority of you guys already know what venison is. Venison is a type of deer meat, but it could be like elk venison, or you gotta state what the actual meat is. This is where we talk about strictly deer venison that comes from a white-tailed deer here in the Midwest. So as I'm actually looking through this article that I found about the 21 health benefits of venison, there's a lot of ones that are even surprising to myself. One being, it is a source of omega-3 fatty acids. And yes, it may be surprising, but venison does contain some sort of omega-3 fatty acid. And it also contains high level of CLA, more so than actual beef. It could also prevent ammonia, reduce the risk of heart attacks, prevents strokes, helps regulate metabolism. But if you actually go into what it actually looks like as far as how you break it down metabolically, it can promote body functions. It can also help keep your body slim. It builds the body because of the high protein content, but also as a lean style meat. And if we actually look at the source of the meat, where it actually comes from, how you actually get it, and we talk about like mentally that the act of hunting can actually be beneficial for your health because it can be stress reducing in some sort of way. Now let's actually talk about if it's a good alternative to your traditional red meat. Some articles that I have actually found are very inconclusive on this actual fact because of the actual source of the materials coming. When we really think about as far as the quality of red meat, where it comes from, as well as the quality of deer meat and where it comes from, it kind of can get a little skewed because, I mean, no hunter is going to give up the animal that they just killed just for research. It just doesn't work like that. So, but what they have concluded is it may be potentially better than red meat for you, but is inconclusive because the data that they have actually collected have come from farm-raised deer, not actual wild deer. Like I said before, it could be very, very difficult when you actually think about the differences between the two, but typically farm-raised deer are raised completely different than an actual wild range deer would go, right down to what they eat and how they act. Another one is it is a rich source of various essential nutrients, which is a lot better than your traditional red meat. But venison is also reported to help reduce weight, control diabetes, and improve muscle mass. I mean, right there, those three. I mean, if I was an individual that wanted to get into hunting, didn't know where to start, but I was a very health-minded individual, and I read those three, I'd be like, where do I sign up? Where do I go to start this hunting journey? But this is something that I've actually grew up on. I actually love hunting. I love the outdoors. I love catching and cooking my own wild game and fish, whatever it may be. It is very, very prevalent in my life, and I really do enjoy it, and my whole family does it. What I do recommend for everybody is that they at least try it. I actually, when I teach down in inner city Milwaukee, there's a lot of kids that have never actually experienced it. So sometimes I will actually make dishes and bring it in for them to actually try, and they absolutely love it. They say that it's better than red meat. And if you are an individual that has never actually tried deer meat, but you have a friend that maybe is a hunter and gets a deer every year, maybe ask for some, just like, or go to dinner where he's actually gonna make something and just at least try it and see. But there is a process. If you want to get into hunting, it isn't just as easy as, oh, anybody can hunt. No, there is an actual process. You gotta get your hunter safety license, and there's different legal aspects that you have to kind of jump through. For me, I am personally a bow hunter. I love bow hunting. If I was to choose anything as far as hunting goes, whether it be bear, elk, white-tailed deer, it would be the season or the yearly whitetail bow hunting season. Let me tell you guys, if you guys have never experienced it, let me tell you how stressful this season can be if you are a truly avid hunter. There's a lot of moments of frustration, but when that actually happens, where you actually shoot your deer, the sense of rejoice that you have is absolutely phenomenal. Because for me personally, I have such a respect for these animals, and I respect their will to live. So for you to actually tackle and get one of those animals is a great accomplishment for anybody. And every year, like, we go out and we just congratulate everyone in our little group that actually gets them, because it is a process and it can be stressful for some. But I'm one of those individuals, but every single time I go into the woods, that it's a sense of stress relief. I get to just be out there in nature and actually enjoy it. And it's things that you see if you just sit still in the woods for a day is absolutely phenomenal. You would not even believe it, because people are so used to their daily lives. And if they were actually to sit out there like I do and actually get to experience it, you're like, wow, this is what the outdoors is about. And so there is a lot of benefits just to venison. It is, to kind of recap a little bit, it isn't just your typical health benefits, the source of protein, everything like that, but it's also a good source of specific nutrients, and essentially nutrients like fatty acids, omega-6s. It can help prevent ammonia, help prevent diabetes, or help diabetes depending on the type of diabetes you actually have. And then another one is mentally, is that it is a sense of stress reduced for a lot of people, and a lot of people actually need that. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video and kind of recap. I'm trying to introduce a little bit of my lifestyle into this channel, and to be able to provide great educational facts for you. That way you can actually take it into the real world and apply it to your health and wellness. Hope you guys enjoyed.